Can you guys see my screen? Let me just turn my camera on. Okay. All right, this is how was at the end of my presentation. Okay. So I just wanted to go through some of the Agentforce cool features that I saw during Dreamforce and some other things. And this is going to be more of an interactive discussion, so feel free to jump in. So let's go for it. So have any of you seen this feature? It's a feature called Einstein Sales Copilot, or essentially it's Einstein when you're on a call with a customer. It'll go through everything you're saying and essentially will say, oh, there's a competitor mentioned. And then let's just show a demo instead. So like we'll get a better idea.
Hello to Einstein Sales Coach Agent built on Salesforce's new Agentforce platform. Give every role play customized to my specific deal using all of the contacts in CRM. And selling materials we've uploaded, Einstein takes me through a role play, simulating a buyer, what they want, how they might respond during this specific stage of the deal. After the role play, Einstein provides objective feedback on what went well, areas that need to be improved, and actionable next steps to move this deal forward. The feedback is personalized to me, this deal, and my company's selling strategies. This is a non-judgmental way to practice. And if I don't feel ready, I can practice as many times as I want. Once I'm ready for my live meeting, Einstein comes with me. Look at the right side of the screen. Just like on game day, my coach is standing on the sidelines with me. Einstein helps me in real time, telling me how to handle this competitor mention and giving me negotiation tips. And when I'm done with the meeting, the call is automatically locked. No manual data entry here. What's more, with clicks, not code, setup is fast. All I need to do is assign permissions and a student manager, just like we do with our sales team. Now the fun part, personalization. Select an avatar and customize the language and tone they will use during role plays. Next comes enablement. Right out of the box, sales agents come equipped with Salesforce's proven best practices. To better align them to your sales strategies, upload.
Okay, I heard enough. It's pretty cool though. I just thought this was pretty awesome, this feature of having Einstein with you at all times, monitoring what your sales people are saying, the messaging, you can tailor it to your business, and it has guardrails so it won't say anything bad. And during the call, it will remind you of key things that it's common to forget and improve your win rates. So what are your initial impressions of the sales coach and what excites you most about its potential? So it's an open discussion. Does anyone have any thoughts?
I can just say you can also use it for your interview skills too, right? Because a sales coach is, hey, you're going for an interview. Hey, sales for the interview, I'm a developer interview. Then you can feed your what kind of potential questions, what kind of company it is, and I can ask you. And what Janine was telling her about her user story stuff, you can put those questions in. Okay, now I've got my user stories. What do you think my client is going to ask me now? Right, kind of thing, right? So maybe you're ready about it, right? So,
and how does it, like, say if you're using this for an interview setting, how would you think that would help?
you might get the job compared to you're more prepared, I guess.
You feel you'll be more prepared because you have AI being the interviewer and you have more practice?
It is not the interviewer. Typically, okay, hey, what's the traditional setting, right? In the interview, what are you going to do? You're going to practice in your head the questions, but now you got a third party, maybe the Einstein, okay, whatever, for a different emoji, I'm sure about that. And then you can play and practice it out.
And I'm sure like you won't just need to use an emoji with generative AI and the video generation technology. It's pretty easy to imagine you interviewing a actual human being on a Zoom call, almost a human being, an AI human being, where they'll give you feedback on your interview skills or in any setting where you're trying to sell to someone else.
I think so. What you can also do is, if you know who the interviewer would be, you can take the photograph from LinkedIn and put it down an AI tool. It look like as if the interviewer is interviewing you. You're kind of even more mentally prepared.
That's a good idea. That's my next startup right there. Anyone else have any thoughts? Did anyone see this feature in Dreamforce? Yeah, I saw it at one of the booths. It was pretty awesome. Oh, go for it, Janine.
Sorry, my mute button was covered. Yes, I did see it at Dreamforce, as a matter of fact, and even went and did some of the practice ones. I don't know what you call it, the live demos, and I thought it was kind of cool. I think they're heading in an interesting direction.
Yes. And would you see this applied to a business use case, like in an actual business implementation? Would you see it being implemented?
I think this is a better, from a technology standpoint, I think that this is heading in a better direction than the standard chatbot when it comes to sort of service at least. From the Sales Cloud side, I think there's still a little ways to go. I have my own ideas about what I want it to do. So
What would you want it to do?
So because I come from a CPQ background, I have this vision of a future where, I mean, so this is a progression, right? Like, think about when we enabled mobile and our sales teams who used to actually physically go to customers had their mobile device and were able to just sort of input information in notes and do their activities, whatever, right on their mobile device. That was a big leap forward. The next leap forward is they're walking to their car and they're saying into their phone, customer A wants to buy 23 widgets of type B and 62 widgets of type C, and they want the ones that are type A to be half blue and half red, and like whatever that complex thing is, they just speak it into the thing, and the agent generates the quote out of CPQ.
So you're just trying to automate the data entry.
Well, that's basically what it can do right now. From a sales, I guess you're asking about sales coach, but like from a sales, like a sales agent, that's what I want my sales agent to do. I want to simplify the process because I want there to be better adoption by my users. And what better way to make it easy to adopt than by being able to just speak what you want into it and have it create your quote for you.
Yeah, I understand. Like, it's also important for the sales reps, like instead of entering so much data in the Salesforce, it's better for them to actually be on calls and optimizing for that. So yeah,
right.
I do hear you on that. Anyone else want to add to the discussion? Otherwise, we'll move to the next question.
Joey.
Or Joey's on the call. Joey, have you seen this feature at Dreamforce? Are you at Dreamforce?
He was there.
I've actually seen a glimpse of it, but in general, though, at the end of the day, practice really helps a lot. So it's really a matter of helping people, especially the beginners, right? So whenever they're doing something, and at the end of the day, you want them practice, especially if they're, let's say, an associate, right? So these tools really help in terms of not necessarily having someone there always listening. So that can really help in terms of scaling that process of learning. So that, yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's like, have you seen the sales processes in like businesses? Like, say if they have a sales associate, like, have you seen it actually? Like, how are they traditionally onboarded right now?
I don't have that much details on the sales side in terms of associate, but in general, whenever you're hiring someone, especially even though they're experienced in sales, they may not necessarily be familiar with different products, right? Say, someone may be hiring. I've heard of someone actually hired um, someone that has experience in real estate sales and then jumping into Salesforce. So that's a totally different industry, right? But at the same time, it's really that selling skills that you want and then train them up in terms of the different products. So these type of tools can definitely help there. So
yeah, I totally agree with you because a lot of the sales, like tech sales, is a thing where you need a lot of technical knowledge. Like for example, all these different sales features, but they have a real estate background, so it's very hard for them to transition, but they can apply those skills. So yeah, I think these tools will really help out. And so yeah, I guess this is more of like a morale question. But yeah, I think personally, I think AI powered coaching could help in certain ways, like as you were saying in the onboarding process, and improve their morale, motivation, and reduce the like fear that they have when they're discussing about tech products when it's like when they have like a real estate background or some other background and can get people onboarded. So I think this really does have potential. So yeah, I'll move on to the next product now. So this is going to be the agent builder, so we heard a lot about Agent Builder. It's kind of been rebranded. I think it was first Einstein Copilot, if I'm not mistaken. It's a chatbot interface similar to ChatGPT, but then they would have a grounded in Salesforce knowledge, and you can train it for particular use cases. So this one is an example. So it's what is the status of my order? And it actually pulls the order from Salesforce. It's a chatbot. So basically like ChatGPT, but grounded in your Salesforce data. So this is going to be straight from the Agentforce keynote.
An agent builder is where the customization magic happens. Here we have a couple of topics, and topics are where we can let our agent know what the jobs that need to be done and the topics of conversation it should be able to handle. So let's take a look at our order management topic and customize it. Now, every topic has two elements, instructions and actions. And actions are crucial because they provide those guardrails of what the agent can and cannot do. So we already have a few instructions in here, like redirecting to a human representative if someone tries to update billing details. But like my 5-year-old, it needs a few more instructions to get the job done correctly. So let's add an instruction here that asks for confirmation details when someone tries to update an order. And then we'll do another one that asks to help with our order if they ask for order information. And let's go to the next step. So the second part is actions. And actions are so powerful because they allow our agents to act on our behalf. But what's really special about our actions is that they're built using the platform tools that your Trailblazers have already been using, like flows, Apex, and prompt templates. So let's take a look at one of our actions here. And here we are in Flow Builder. And you might be wondering, why are we in flows? Well, because your Trailblazers have been spending years putting things into flows, your business rules, your processes. And we want to make sure that you can reuse them to be really prescriptive to your agent so that it's pulling the right order information to ensure a seamless customer experience. So let's go back into Agent Builder, add those two actions, and click Finish. And just like that, we were able to add in new instructions and actions to a topic without writing a single line of code or creating any complex dialogue trees. So let's head over to Preview and test some of these user requests or utterances. And what you're going to see here is our reasoning engine reasoning through this request. So what are we looking at? Well, this is the result of our reasoning engine, and don't be...
So yeah, that's a quick demo that basically said what I was saying. It will have an existing flow, and you can incorporate it into your chatbot. So which specific business processes or challenges do you think that Agent Builder could most effectively address within your organization? So anyone have any interesting use cases that they can think of? So like right now, I showed the order management flow. So say if there's some customer that wants some update on the status of the order, instead of calling a rep, you can chat with the chatbot in a natural language interface. It will tell you the status of your order.
Anyone in the room? Go ahead.
Anyone in the room thinks of any use cases? Have you guys played around with the Agent Builder at all? Yes?
the online training thing they have with providing refunds and whatnot.
Yeah, providing refunds automatically, auto refund policy is very good. Yeah.
It's coming GA maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow.
Yeah, because I think it's in beta right now, right?
Yeah, it's 20, GA 24, I think 24. I'm not really sure.
Yeah. So yeah, automating refund processes, a lot of different automation. I think Janine put something in the chat. If you want to unmute, you can go ahead.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was actually just responding to Pearl's question about that I wasn't, what I'm looking for isn't agent, that I'm really looking for.
Sorry, I didn't.
As
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, going back
the whole,
to Asia side, let's see the Asian perspective.
yeah.
No worries.
Oh, but I think yeah, yeah. I think for now, maybe what you're kind of getting at is trying to understand some of the use cases that people would see it applying to. And I'm not sure if I even know the answer to this because I'm not sure if the application is particularly broad. So I'd be actually curious. I'm guessing you're going to tell us your thoughts on it. So that's what I'm looking forward to hearing.
Yeah, sure. I can go for it. I was just making it open, but essentially a lot of the things that I would probably see in the specific business processes are probably more routine tasks that sales reps are doing or customer agents are doing. For example, trying to do refund processes or order management processes, or it can go even more complicated, but pretty much you would probably want to see within your business what are routine processes that are taking a lot of time and seeing if you can use flow and have a natural language interface. That's a big use case for real. And do you have a question?
Yeah, so what's different than a service agent?
Different from service agent?
Service agent, yeah.
So I think Agent Builder is more of a all-encompassing feature where you can incorporate any flow into the natural language interface. So you can have, I think service agent's another offering, right?
I'm not really sure, but I think so what happens is
I think I've seen
before the agent stuff, right? So in case you have, it's fine. So in case you have a regular, what we call, okay, first let's go to the chatbot. Chatbot is you put a like knowledge base is there. It's basically more like factual knowledge. What will happen? The refund will come in 24 hours, so on and so forth, right? Now, when you go down to then if you want any additional information before this agent builder came in, it would be, okay, let me go back and check it. Let me redirect you to another person, right? So now with this agent builder, what's happened is like, because you have the flow, you can actually, instead of you as a human searching for the information, for the order information, the order history, it already has the information with it. So basically what Janine was showing as a prompt, so basically all the inputs are already there for you, right? So now the inputs are there. Now, think like as a human now. If you have an input for, I know what the order history is, you know exactly what the order is, what you need to do is, first you confirm as a human, right? You had 5 items on the list. What item are you talking about? You say, okay, hey, you bought this, like you're wearing a sales blazer jacket, or you're talking about sales blazer hoodie, right? They're 2 different things, right? Hey, I'm looking for the jacket, the green color one. Okay, yeah, that's the one, right? So now they know, okay, you're kind of reconfirming the fact, and now you can take it from there.
Fact pages, there's knowledge articles, that's service agent.
That's service agent, but now that's a different, I'm just telling the difference between
but
the agent
the
and
thing is you can incorporate all your automation that's existing in Salesforce into a natural language interface. So you would say, oh, you want to run any of the Apex automation, or you want to run a report or things like that. Ideally, you would want to go through a natural language interface instead of asking an admin. So, yes. And thanks for joining.
Make our lives 100 times easier and faster and more efficient.
That's what it's supposed to do.
It's good and bad in that way, because none of
clean. So that's what I just said, that the data, until the data is clean, the AI will not be implemented until the data is really clean.
Well, I would say like
you don't want a bad output, like garbage and garbage.
I think, yeah, if you're a scheme, like if you have a lot of custom objects, it might take a little bit longer for the data like for the kind Copilot or the chat interface for Salesforce, it maybe take a little bit longer, but honestly, I think it will help documentation and seeing what things work and what things don't work. You just try it out in your business. So let's go to the next question. What level of control or oversight do you deem necessary when deploying AI agents within the agent builder? So like, what do you think about the Einstein trust layer, the guardrails? How important is that in your organization? Does anyone have any thoughts? Because I can say something right now. Some of the things that Salesforce is doing with the Einstein trust layer, for example, data masking and things like that, don't come with ChatGPT. So for example, what Janine's doing with a transcript and sending it directly into ChatGPT, she has to manually remove any sensitive information. So right now with the Einstein trust layer, the data masking is done for you automatically. So say if there was some sensitive issue with the client and it gets leaked to ChatGPT and then some legal battle happens. If you're using Salesforce, they take the fall for it because they're the ones that are ensuring that your data is secure. So I think, yeah, so Janine's saying exactly why I want to build it in Einstein. Yeah, exactly. So I think there's a big potential for Salesforce in terms of security, having a lot of the data secure within your org compared to using a ChatGPT interface because you don't know what they're going to do with the data. And you don't know what they're training the data on and what is not. And it's a lot of work to make the data not sensitive. Okay. Anyone, you want to add anything? Okay, we can go to the next product. So this is the next product.
What is Prompt Builder? Well, behind every generative AI result is a prompt. A prompt is a set of questions or instructions we provide a large language model so it can create relevant content. Prompts help your teams work faster by embedding generative AI functionality within the flow of work to get AI responses grounded in your business data. Prompts can be used everywhere in Salesforce to augment business tasks. You can add prompts to flows for AI-powered process automation through asking Einstein Copilot a question, or bring generative AI into your apps in Lightning Web Components and Pages. However, engineering your own prompts requires time, money, and specialized expertise that makes it feel out of reach. This is why we created Prompt Builder, our low-code tool to build and manage trusted AI prompts. You craft these prompts by using clicks and natural language instructions or questions to guide AI. Next, select a large language model that's right for you to process the prompt, which delivers a response or answer we get from AI. This response isn't very usable because of how generic it is. The solution to this is grounding, and only Salesforce has all the right data to ground your prompts with your business context, like data from CRM, Data Cloud, and external sources into the prompt to get a much more relevant generative AI response. We can take that a step further through dynamically grounding the prompt by using flows and Apex to adapt generative AI to our business. This gives us a relevant answer based on our business data, while also protecting that data. After we've built these prompts, we can embed them in the flow of work to augment tasks with Einstein. That is how Prompt Builder helps teams work faster, by extending generative AI functionality to deliver business outcomes.
So as you see in this video, you have this prompt builder where you can, any repeated things that you're doing, for example, if you want to autofill a field and you think a flow would be a good use case for it, like for example, lead qualification, and you have a bunch of fields that are saying like, okay, this person's over $1 million net or has over $1 million of grants or whatever. they have a name, they have an email address, they're located in this area that I'm targeting, then you would give them a rank, for example. That could be automated with Flow. And then you can use the prompt field, as you see. Let me just pull up that video again. Just to see this part.
Helps teams to augment tasks with Einstein. That is how Prompt Builder helps teams work.
This allows you to do, so there's like around 3 types of fields. There's a summary field. There's a field for like more general ones. I'm not going to get into it that much right now, but you can see that the autofilling fields is a really big use case. And yeah, let's just go through the questions. So what tasks or workflows do you think could be really helpful? So like, yeah, I think like lead qualification, anything that's going through a lot of fields and you want to summarize something or make an analysis, it's pretty awesome, or a judgment call. Anyone have any ideas? Do you have any questions? Do you have any ideas of how you would use Prompt Builder in your business? Like, for example, you could do a summarization, for example. You want to summarize the context. How much time would that save you?
It depends on the customer history, because typically what happens is like you get a lot of back and forth happening with the customer, right? And there'll be emails and all this stuff. So it can save you time depending upon how many times you're back and forth with the customer, right? So
yeah,
if there's one email, no big deal. But what happens is if you're dealing with the customer over 1 to 2 or 3 months, you tend to forget it. And the maximum value comes in like, hey, you want to have a jump on a call again for the second call after 1 month. You don't remember what all you spoke to the customer, right? Everything gets lost in detail, right? And where you're going to keep it, in a log of call section, in an email, in a description section. So it can, like, because there's all the data in Salesforce, you can say, give me a quick summary, all the stuff, right? And you can pull the information there.
Do you have any thoughts? Have you saw Prompt Builder? Like, did you see like the autofilling field?
Yeah.
Did you like, so, yeah. Did you like any of the features? Like, how would you use it in your business? What tasks or workflows do you think will help?
Like, save some, like,
This,
call.
like this is summary, like for example, a summary field. No, this is the prompt builder. So like prompt builder allows you to have like an automatic prompt. Like say it's like something that's repeated. And you can see here that
in the flow of work to augment tasks with Einstein. That is how Prompt Builder helps teams work faster by extending generative AI functions.
Yeah, we did. I think they had 3 or 4.
No, one work
product
we did
together.
over there for the Dreamforce. It was for the itinerary for Paris or something like that.
Yeah, the itinerary was.
It was a travel agency stuff. So basically say, okay, hey, I want to go to Paris. Tell me about the great attraction. So automatically made itinerary.
I think you can do the same things you do in the agent builder as the prompt builder, but prompt builder is more like easier to use. And then you can
Field record summary, flex template, and
how about you guys? Have you used it so far? No, not yet.
You guys haven't used it?
Templates you can use. But mostly it's to create a standard template so you can respond to customer inquiries more efficiently, more faster.
And also like for email templates, for example, like personalized email templates, grounding it with the data. For example, here they have the user data.
These prompts.
They have a related record, and then they have the response here.
By using clicks, questions, responsible because of how generic.
So like this is talking about preparing a meeting, but you can also have like a personalized email here, response, or things like that that are grounded on the record. So yeah, this is pretty much my last slide. So thank you guys so much for watching this, and thanks for your participation.
Thank you. Next time you have to come prepared for your meeting.
Okay.
As the next time you come prepared for your meeting.
So
ask
before
me
we leave,
questions.
can we just have a quick screenshot of everyone? Like, can you open your screen, your video, so we can just have a group shot? Also, I prepared these Halloween things. Has anyone done something special for fall? Guess which mascot is this?
Bring it closer to the, yeah, I can see it.
These are pumpkins.
See the camera. You're not
No.
talking the camera.
Here, this one is might recognize. Yeah, fox. Yes. Thank you, Lucy. And so one is Brandy. This one goes away.
This
Who's
one.
this? This is on a ladder. And then there's another one. This brown tall dude is quite popular. Yeah. And then last but not the least, this is my favorite. Happy. Perfect, Janine. Yeah. So I just created those for fun. What are others doing for Halloween and for fall?
I guess everybody's an Einstein, I guess.
All right. So anyhow, I did something for all of you. So can you open your cameras so we can just like have a group shot? All right. How many are we still there, Priyanka?
You should have done before. A lot of people laughed.
I know. Can we have like a heart emoji or whichever one is your preferred one? Oh, wow, I got that. I got that.
Yeah. Yes.
I got that. Oh, I'm getting those lovely eye.
Okay.
There, yeah.
Yeah. All right, good.
Janine, are you saying something? Because I'm not able to hear you.
Yeah, I was just saying, I'm not getting those anymore. There must be a setting that they've put in Zoom somewhere that you probably have to turn back on or something.
Oh, where did it go? Yeah, here.
Did you already do your screenshot?
You got a screenshot or no?
Yeah, I got it. I got, but we were very few of us. But anyhow.
Were we smiling?
Pardon me?
Were we smiling?
Yeah, I can't help smiling with all my mascots with me.
All right, anything else?
Okay, yeah, I think that's it for today. And it was great that everybody joined and we had a great attendance. And thanks, Janine, for a very awesome session. And you can look forward to our next session where we will have Ruby, most likely, doing a session on her book that was circulated in Dreamforce. It's the Voyager Cruise to Customer-Centric CRM. And I think it's one of the best books I've read lately. So I really enjoyed it. And so her talking about it and just how she made that book. She wrote that book and published it over Amazon. It would be nice and enlightening, something different. It's Voyager's Cruise to Customer-Centric CRM. I'm telling you off top of my head, as I remember it.
Anyway, you'll be having a meeting soon on that one. So
yeah, look out for that one. So we'll have her over and it will be great, I think. It's a book that was circulated during Dreamforce to everyone. We were lucky to have it, get a copy of it. All right, thanks very much, Janine and Krish. Lovely sessions. It's very relevant to our AI specialists that everybody's aspiring to take. So good night and have a great one. Bye.
Bye.